It is a Thursday evening. You reach into the cabinet under the kitchen sink to grab the dish soap, and your hand brushes something. You pull back. In the corner of the cabinet, between the pipe and the wall, is a web, a thick one, and sitting in the center of it, motionless, is a spider the size of a quarter. You spray it with whatever is under the sink. It runs. You lose it behind the cabinet. You spray the web. You spray the corner. You spray around the pipe. The can of spider killer costs $9.49. The label says it kills on contact and repels for up to 12 months. By next Tuesday, there is a new web in the same corner. By the following weekend, you find another one behind the bathroom mirror. By the end of the month, you have sprayed 4 times, and you still do not know where they are coming from. The average American household spends $60 to $90 a year on spider and insect repellent sprays. Small cans of synthetic pyrethroid chemicals that evaporate within days of application, regardless of what the label claims, that fill your home with compounds you breathe and your children crawl through, and that do not address the reasons spiders enter your home in the first place. Now walk into our farmhouse in location. We have a stone foundation built in the 1800s. Every crack, every gap, every joint between stones is a potential spider entry point. We have a woodpile on the back porch. We have a root cellar. We have a barn 40 feet from the back door. By every measure of conventional pest control thinking, our farmhouse should be full of spiders. It's not. It has not been in my lifetime or my grandfather's lifetime before me. What keeps it that way costs $1.11 per bottle at any grocery store, and has been sitting on the shelf in our washroom since before I was born. I am name. I farm in location, and on this channel we share the old fixes, the ones that worked before the industry told you that you needed their product. Today I am walking you through the complete Amish spider control method, what spiders actually respond to, the real chemistry of why vinegar works as a permanent repellent, the exact application method for every room and every entry point in your home, what other natural compounds compound the effect, and the honest scope on what this does and does not do. By the end of this video, you will have a spider-free home for $1.11, and you will understand exactly why it works. Before I walk you through the method, I want to explain why spiders come inside at all. Because most people treat the spider they see without addressing what brought it in. That is why the web comes back in the same corner every time. Spiders enter homes for 3 reasons: food, warmth, and moisture. Food means insects. Spiders are predators. They do not eat your food, your wood, or your fabric. They eat other insects. If you have spiders in your home, you have insects in your home that you may not have noticed yet. Flies, moths, gnats, silverfish, and other small insects are the food source that makes your home attractive to squaws. Address the insect population, and you address the reason spiders are hunting there. Warmth means your home is more comfortable than the outdoors in cold months. Spiders enter through gaps and cracks in the foundation, around window frames, under door thresholds, around pipe penetrations, and through any opening that connects the warm interior to the cool exterior. They are not hunting you. They are looking for a warm place where food is available. Moisture means the areas of your home with high humidity, under sinks, in bathrooms, in basements, behind appliances, attract both the insects spiders eat and the spiders themselves, since spiders need moisture to survive like all living things. Understanding this tells you that effective spider control has two components: a repellent that makes your home hostile to spiders at every entry point and throughout the interior spaces, and elimination of the conditions that attract spiders in the first place. The vinegar method addresses the first component completely. I will cover the second through habitat modifications that cost nothing at all. White distilled vinegar is a 5% solution of acetic acid in water. Acetic acid, chemical formula CH3, COOH, is a weak organic acid with a sharp, pungent odor that is highly detectable to spiders through their sensory organs. Spiders do not have a nose. They detect chemical compounds in the environment through sensory hairs called setae, distributed across their legs and body surface. These setae are extraordinarily sensitive to chemical concentrations in the air and on surfaces. A spider walking across a surface treated with acetic acid detects it immediately through these sensory hairs and receives a strongly aversive chemical signal. Acetic acid at the concentrations found in white vinegar is genuinely irritating to spider sensory receptors. It is not a smell the spider finds unpleasant, the way you might find something unpleasant. It is a direct chemical irritant to the sensory system the spider uses to navigate, hunt, and communicate. This is why vinegar does not just repel spiders from a treated surface. It repels them from the zone around a treated surface. A spider that detects acetic acid in the air from a treated windowsill will not approach that windowsill. A spider that detects it along a baseboard line will not cross that line. The compound creates a chemical barrier that spiders actively avoid, rather than a treated surface they must contact to be affected. Acetic acid also disrupts the pheromone trails spiders use to navigate. Spiders, like many arthropods, leave chemical signals on surfaces as they move that communicate to themselves and to other spiders that a route is established, safe, and productive for hunting. Acetic acid overwrites and neutralizes these pheromone trails, erasing the chemical map the spider has built of your home's interior. This is why vinegar treatment eliminates web rebuilding in treated areas. The spider is not just repelled from the surface. Its navigational map of that space is chemically erased. This same chemistry has been known and used in farmhouse pest management for generations. My grandmother kept white vinegar in a spray bottle in the washroom and made one pass along every windowsill and baseboard in the house at the start of every spring and every autumn. In 40 years, I never saw a spider web on an interior wall of our farmhouse. The treatment was so routine it required no thought. A bottle of vinegar, 5 minutes per room, twice a year. That was the entire spider control program. You will need white distilled vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, not cleaning vinegar, not vinegar mixed with anything. Plain white distilled vinegar, 5% acidity, the bottle that costs $1.11 at any grocery store. You will also need a clean spray bottle. If you do not have one, a new spray bottle costs under $2. Total investment, under $3 one time. Do not dilute the vinegar. Some sources suggest diluting with water to reduce the smell during application. Diluting reduces the acetic acid concentration and reduces the effectiveness of the repellent barrier. Use it at full strength. Here is the room-by-room application sequence. Kitchen. Spray along the entire baseboard where the floor meets the wall, all the way around the room. Spray the inside of every cabinet under the sink, including around every pipe penetration, where pipes enter through the cabinet floor and walls. Spray along the windowsills of every kitchen window. Spray the gap along the bottom of the back door threshold. Let it air dry fully before replacing anything under the sink. The smell of acetic acid dissipates as it dries. The repellent compounds remain on the surface for 2 to 4 weeks after the smell is gone. Bathrooms. Spray the baseboard around the entire bathroom perimeter. Spray inside the vanity cabinet under the sink, especially around pipe penetrations. Spray the windowsill. Spray the gap between the bathtub or shower base and the wall. Bathrooms have the highest moisture level of any room and are correspondingly attractive to spiders. Thorough application here is more important than in any other room. Basement and crawl space. This is the primary entry point for spiders in most homes. Spray along every baseboard. Spray around every pipe penetration through the foundation walls. Spray every windowsill in the basement, including around the frames. Spray the threshold of the basement door. If there is a crawl space access point, spray around the entire frame of that access. Windows throughout the house. Every window in the house is a potential spider entry point, whether or not you open it. Spray the sill, the lower frame, and the track of every window. Pay particular attention to windows that are opened during warm months, as open windows are the most direct entry route. Door thresholds. Spray along the threshold of every exterior door and every door that leads from the house to an attached garage, porch, or unfinished space. These thresholds are the ground level entry point spiders use most frequently. Attic access. If your home has an attic access hatch, spray around the entire frame of that hatch. Attics accumulate spider populations that migrate down into living spaces through gaps around electrical fixtures, plumbing vents, and the attic hatch itself. Allow the entire application to dry fully with windows open for ventilation during drying. The strong vinegar smell during application dissipates completely within 30 to 60 minutes of drying. What remains on the surface after drying is an odorless acetic acid residue that continues to repel spiders for 2 to 4 weeks. Reapply every 3 to 4 weeks in spring and autumn when spider activity is highest. 1 full application per season, early March and early September, is sufficient maintenance for most households in temperate climates. Vinegar alone is a highly effective spider repellent. 3 additional natural compounds compound the effect when applied together with the vinegar treatment, each working through a different mechanism and spider sensory systems. Peppermint oil. The menthol and menthan compounds in peppermint essential oil are powerful spider repellents through the same sensory hair irritation mechanism as acetic acid, but operating on different receptor types. Add 10 to 15 drops of peppermint essential oil to your spray bottle of white vinegar before application. The combination covers more of the spider's sensory receptor range than either compound alone. Peppermint oil costs $2 to $3 per small bottle, enough for dozens of applications. Cedar wood blocks, cedar shavings, or cedar essential oil in closets, under beds, and in corners of rooms where spiders commonly appear, provides a third layer of repellent. Cedar's active compounds, cedrol and cedrine, are the same sesquiterpene alcohols that make cedar effective against ticks and moths. Place cedar blocks in the corners of closets, under furniture, and in the basement along the walls. Diatomaceous earth at entry points. A thin line of food-grade diatomaceous earth applied along the exterior threshold of every door and along the exterior windowsills creates a physical kill barrier for spiders attempting to enter. Any spider that walks through diatomaceous earth has its exoskeleton abraded, causing desiccation. The vinegar repels from inside. The diatomaceous earth kills at the entry point. Together they form a complete barrier system. The full system costs under $15 in total and provides continuous protection when maintained at the reapplication intervals I described. No repellent system is complete without addressing what brings spiders into your home. These habitat modifications cost nothing and reduce spider pressure at the source. Eliminate exterior light attraction. Outdoor lights attract flying insects at night. Flying insects attract spiders to the area around your exterior lights. Switch exterior bulbs to warm yellow LED bulbs, which attract significantly fewer flying insects than white or blue spectrum lights. Fewer insects at your exterior lights means fewer spiders hunting around your entry points. Seal exterior gaps. Inspect your foundation, window frames, door frames, and pipe entry points from outside. Any gap wider than a pencil is a spider entry highway. Seal with caulk. A tube of exterior caulk costs under $4 and eliminates the structural entry points that all the vinegar in the world cannot close. Reduce clutter in dark spaces. Spiders build webs and nest in undisturbed dark spaces. Cardboard boxes stacked in the basement. Piles of fabric in closets. Clutter behind furniture. Regular clearing of these spaces removes the habitat spiders need to establish themselves in your home's interior. Move wood piles away from the house. A wood pile against the house exterior is a spider colony adjacent to your entry points. Keep wood piles at least 10 feet from the foundation. My grandfather did all of these things as a matter of routine. Gaps were caulked every autumn. The woodpile stayed away from the house. The basement was kept clean. The window sills got their vinegar twice a year. None of it was a dedicated spider control program. It was just how a farmhouse was maintained. The result was a home where spiders had no entry, no habitat, and no chemical invitation to stay. White vinegar does not kill spiders on contact. It is a repellent, not a contact insecticide. A spider sprayed directly with vinegar will be irritated and will move away from the area. It will not die from the spray. If your goal is to kill a specific spider, you can see a direct spray of soapy water, 1 teaspoon of dish soap per cup of water, kills spiders on contact by coating their spiracles and causing suffocation. Use soapy water for direct kills and vinegar for the ongoing repellent barrier. Vinegar does not eliminate an established spider infestation inside wall voids or in spaces you cannot treat directly. If you have a large spider population living inside your walls, the vinegar perimeter will reduce migration into living spaces, but will not eliminate the source population inside the wall. For that situation, diatomaceous earth blown into the wall, void through electrical outlet gaps, is the Amish fix I will cover in a separate video. Vinegar smell during application is strong. Apply it in ventilated conditions. The smell leaves within an hour of drying. Anyone who tells you the smell never leaves is not letting it dry fully before making that judgment. Vinegar can discolor certain natural stone surfaces the same way lemon juice does. Do not spray directly onto marble, granite, or limestone countertops or floors. Apply to baseboards and windowsills, keeping the spray away from any natural stone surface. The household pest control spray market generates over $8 billion in revenue annually in the United States. Spider sprays, insect repellents, and general pest control aerosols make up a significant portion of that. The business model depends on products that stop working quickly enough that you need to buy another one. A spider spray that truly kept your home spider-free permanently would be purchased once and never again. That is not a business model. White distilled vinegar has been documented as an effective spider repellent in pest management literature for decades. It is not a secret kept in a laboratory. It is a well-understood chemical reaction between acetic acid and spider sensory systems. It costs $1.11. It cannot be patented. It cannot be marked up to $9.49 for a 12-ounce can, so you will not see it advertised during commercial breaks. You will not find a spray bottle of white vinegar prominently displayed in the pest control aisle next to the $9 cans. There is no money in teaching you that a $1 bottle of white vinegar keeps your home spider-free better than a $9 aerosol. There is a great deal of money in making sure you keep buying the $9 aerosol every month and believing that the spider coming back in the same corner 2 weeks later means you need to buy it again sooner. My grandmother bought white vinegar at the store every month. She used most of it cooking. A small amount went into the spray bottle for the windowsills twice a year. She never bought a spider spray in her life. She also never had a spider web on an interior wall. Annual household spending on spider and pest repellent sprays $60 to $90 per year for an average household using commercial products through spring and summer. Annual cost of the full Amish spider control system. 1 bottle of white vinegar, $1.11, lasts through multiple applications. 1 bottle of peppermint oil, $2 to $3, lasts 1 full season. Cedar blocks, $3 to $5, lasts several years. Diatomaceous earth, $2, lasts months. Total first-year cost, under $12. Every year after, under $3 in vinegar and peppermint oil replenishment. 10-year savings versus commercial spray habit, $600 to $900, for a result that works better and contains nothing your family breathes or crawls through after application. Go to the grocery store this week. Buy 1 bottle of white distilled vinegar, under $2. Buy 1 small bottle of peppermint essential oil, $2 to $3. Find a spray bottle you already own, or buy a new one for $2. Add 10 drops of peppermint oil to the vinegar in the spray bottle. Do not dilute with water. Tonight, spray every window, sill in your home. Spray every baseboard in the kitchen and both bathrooms. Spray inside the cabinet under every sink. Spray every exterior door threshold. Open the windows for an hour while it dries. Come back in the morning. The smell will be gone. What will remain on every surface you treated is an invisible acetic acid and menthol barrier that every spider in your home's entry zone will actively avoid for the next 3 to 4 weeks. In 2 weeks, check the corners where you used to find webs. Tell me in the comments whether you found anything. And tell me what room was your worst spider problem this year. Which corner, which cabinet. And if your grandmother had her own spider or pest control method before chemical sprays existed, the chestnuts on the windowsill, the eucalyptus in the corners, share the family memory. Those inherited methods are exactly what gets lost when nobody writes it down. I read every single one. Next time I'm walking you through the Amish fix for ants. How to kill every ant in your house in 24 hours with 1 pantry item that costs less than $2 and leaves no chemical residue anywhere your family touches. Subscribe so you do not miss it. Until then, buy the vinegar, add the peppermint, spray the windowsills, the baseboards, under the sinks, and the door thresholds. Let it dry, and stop paying $9 for a can that stops working before the month is out. That is the Amish fix.